Hi, I'm Ken Boggle from tarotbyken.com. Visit my website and get yourself a tarot reading. And lucky you, you're watching Ghost Talk.
Hello everyone and happy Friday. You're watching the most active paranormal show on YouTube. I'm your host, Aaron G. Thompson, and with me today, the one, the only, Nick Simmons. That's how we do.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit like a drum solo or something back
He had
there,
a
like
monster
really do it. So I want to say hello to our special guest who's probably watching this because we've blown up your message and said, "Hey, we're talking about you. We like what you do."
Unfortunately, the person that's watching this right now is probably like, oh crap, what'd they say now? Experimenting and moving the field ahead.
Agreed. Absolutely
And
agreed.
people are just beating them up for no reason, which they might beat us up too for
They will, hopefully. That's when we know you made it, right?
giving our, shining light on this gentleman, giving our blessings that we like what you're doing. Appreciate all the hard work you put into your experiments and your devices, and thank you.
This is our love letter to you. So some of you guys may have heard of Huff Paranormal, or the gentleman goes by the name of Steve Huff. Steve, as you illustrated earlier, is doing a wonderful job in our medium. Now the kicker is, he's been getting a lot of what I like to call a lot of huff. You're welcome. The thing is, it's not 100% justified. And I didn't look at, and I don't really look at a lot of the negative shit that's out there. I don't. There's no place for the negativity. If I see something, oh, this person's a fake ghost hunter, let me debunk this guy. This guy's doing all wrong. He's doing no justice for the field. I tell you what, if you're doing something, putting yourself out there on the internet about a subject, you're doing something for the field. Mm-hmm. Whether you want to badmouth someone for stepping up and trying to make a name or helping out the field to make a name for yourself, I mean, that's something you got to look at. That's not Nick or my goal when doing this. We have our own ideals, our own belief systems. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with some of the work that's coming out, with Steve. Sure, the stuff might not be perfect. It's damn good on some of the feedback he gets.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with all of maybe the in some cases there's some religious undertone to how Steve portrays the afterlife, but also he gets feedback from those voices that either reinforce that.
The big part being some of the responses he gets, it's just like, wow. Yeah.
Full sentences.
Jet.com.
Right? So we wanted to really take this subject and blast out Steve. Let everyone know that he's an option out there for you to view. YouTube. He has some other social spaces. We'll link all those below for you guys to check out. But I got to ask, Nick here, what do you think about the Wonder Box Ultimate that he's been working on for a long time and is putting out videos now around that box, buddy?
You ever seen Napoleon Dynamite?
You bet your ass I have.
When Uncle Rico's at that lady's house for the Tupperware party?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
The Frank's box has always been something way up here. Need one of those too, but that Wonder Box.
Fortunately, the Frank box you really can't get anymore. Rest in peace, Frank. But
yes.
the Wonder Box I think is really stepping up its game in ITC. If you haven't heard the Wonder Box or what other people, maybe not just Steve, but what other people are doing in this electronic communication field, there's potential here. There's a frequency. There's absolutely a frequency, a zone that we cannot see. Either we can use our box and kind of control, how science in the world works, or we can think outside of the box and realize, don't know everything. There's another layer that we can't see through frequencies, much like the Wonder Box Ultimate we're tapping into something. I like to see someone intelligently call fake on this. And I mean that someone would have to be in a room doing a session and make sure that there's no other party feeding any voices to that box and really see, what's going on. Because some of the responses, as you even said, just mind-blowing, guys.
Yes.
The clarity of them, the confusion state from Nick and I and our adventures, we noticed that a lot of entities, a lot of voices are confused. They're in this realm where they're invisible, then now all of a sudden I'm talking to them. He's talking to them. It's pretty crazy. It could be confusing. So you see some of that, illustrated. He's built a relationship, it sounds like, with some of the voices, and I'm not sure if that was a long term or if that was just an instant connection. Why do you think specifically, because I've researched some of Steve's videos here, and I have been seeing a lot of hate or a lot of videos kind of, off of his videos saying how it's not real or how it's not as good, and so forth. Why do you think that's happening in the culture here?
It's almost like a hobby within.
Right?
For people just to
Inception.
drive around the internet and hate on people.
Would you call it a troll? Do you think that their mentality is troll-ish, or do you think they're trying to be a hero to the genre? Do you think that they really think they're so justified in what they're saying that when they step up to someone who is getting a big draw in the space of internet video content, they're going to step up and be like, this guy's fake, this is the reason why?
Right. I think it's both of those, really.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of people like to attack Steve because he tries to establish contact with recently passed celebrities, so it's still pulling on everybody's heartstrings.
People have to get over that. The reality is, we die. I mean, that's it. It's whether it sucks as a human, because we're born, into this body, and we're created, with the mind. At some point, we're gonna have emotions, unless the brain says otherwise. People pass. You get emotional. It sucks, but it happens. At the end of the day, we're trying to figure it out.
Oh, and one more thing, Aaron.
One more.
There's like a weird love-hate relationship. Love for the people that are on TV. Like Bill Chappell and Gary Galka.
Right.
Those guys, you really don't see people hating on them.
No, you don't.
And, other people that make appearances on shows, but like people that just are strictly on the internet, us, Steve Huff. Oh, you're stupid, stop!
It's that emotional connection. It's the assumption that someone who qualified to be upped by a production company is an expert in the realm, which is a very tough word to say in what we do. Any real investigator would not classify themselves as an expert. It's such an unknown medium. It's an unknown hobby. It's an unknown thing. So to classify yourself as experts, not really something that we do. But I do think folks associate Zach Bagans as an expert. Do like what he's done for the field and congratulate him to do what he has done in his career, in his life. That's awesome. That doesn't make him the know-all and the say-all. It just gives him the resources where he can continue to do this in a level that he can control or not control. Zach doesn't edit his stuff. There's a whole team behind that does the editing. Zach doesn't choose really where to go. There's a whole team that dictates how he's going to go.
Stuff him on a plane.
Right? I think a car, they give him gas money.
Yeah.
The production team chooses what story they would like to tell, in those shows. I think is great. I really do. But you have to understand that. With Steve, with us, with others that do this in a more driven, self-driven capacity, I should say. Again, we're not experts, but we're no dummies. We're maybe not getting paid, as much as those folks, or not have a lifestyle.
We're working pro bono right now, so
true.
Anybody that
Patreon.com/GhostCrier. It's really a thing. If you like what we do, support us. We do want to turn this into a career.
True. Thank you for all your work, Steve.
We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. We ranted a little bit. We talked a little bit. That's what we do here on Ghost Talk. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you want to follow us, go to GhostCrier.com. All of our awesome stuff is there. We have some pretty awesome stuff coming right around the corner. We should be announcing it on Monday. Fingers crossed. We've got some good stuff. Events. Join us if you're in the area. I'm Aaron G. Thompson. You're watching Ghost Talk. Nick, how do I follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at GCPINIC, N-I-C-K. Tweet me, I'll tweet you back.
No two eyes. No, just one eye.
Yeah. Then you can retweet it and favorite it and whatever you want. But the big part is just tweet me, and I'll tweet you back. Big fan of talking with people.
Slam the door. You're shaking, scared. Live your life with so much fear. Wipe your eyes, hide your tears. Stop. Let me make this clear. This about you and me. No blind mutiny. Only para unity. Together we will see. Peace.